Welcome to the very first episode of the Elder Scrolls Modding News, a weekly report on the fascinating world of Elder Scrolls modding. We will go over some of my picks that will enhance your Elder Scrolls gaming experience for the better. Without further ado, let's get started. In our Oblivion Remastered video last week, we spoke in detail about the leveled quest reward issue. Essentially, quest rewards pull from a level pool, so what was a useful item at level 3 is totally useless at level 23. We will talk about 3 mods that solve this issue. First, we have Unleveled Item Rewards by trainwiz, a well-known modder who has released mods for Morrowind, Oblivion and Skyrim. This mod simply unlevels all quest reward items. Essentially, you get the best version of the item irrespective of the player's level. For example, the ice-based artifact Children is a one-handed blade given as a reward for completing the quest, the Killing Field, if you manage to save both the suns. You can do this at level 1 and get the best enchantment, which is Frost damage 20 points, weakness to frost 35 points for 20 seconds. Another example, Savlian Matthias's Quatch Cuirass is given as a reward for completing the Battle of Castle Quatch. In vanilla, at level 1, the enchantment of the Cuirass would be Fortify Endurance 2 points, Fortify Strength 2 points. With this mod, you will get the best version at level 1. The second mod tackling the problem is Balanced Unleveled Rewards Remastered by PushTheWinButton, a prolific classic Oblivion modder. This mod removes level scaling from all leveled quest rewards and items, instead giving them balanced stats more like how artifacts are handled in Skyrim. So the key term is balanced. Let's take a look at our 2 examples. Children. The enchantments are Frost damage 5 points and weakness to frost 10% for 20 seconds. The Quatch Cuirass has an enchantment of Fortify Endurance 5 points and Fortify Strength 5 points. So it's interesting how PushTheWinButton does not fix all items at their maximum levels. Rather, some items are fixed at lower levels, appropriate to their appearance and how easy they are to obtain, with consideration for their balance against other items found in generic loot. The third mod tackling the problem is Auto Upgrade Leveled Items by TheOneTrueRy, a new Oblivion Remastered modder. This mod automatically replaces leveled unique items obtained as quest rewards with a version fitting for your level as your character progresses. This mod is creative in its implementation, where quest reward items improve as your character grows. So there you have it guys, 3 awesome mods by the community to fix a big problem in Oblivion Remastered. Personally, I will prefer the unleveled reward items by trainwiz, as I like to roleplay my characters and play naturally and not meta the game looking for the best items at low level. If we indeed get a high level item, it will feel like Morrowind, a truly de-leveled experience. I do appreciate the other mods too. Auto upgrade leveled items is a very creative solution, but it feels too gamey for my taste. So which option do you prefer? I would love to read your thoughts. If you have tested these mods, please share your experience in the comments below so it might help others. Did you feel frustrated that Oblivion never had low friendly transport options like Morrowind or Skyrim? If you are like me and hate fast traveling for free, then better Cyrodiil travel from RuneVV is a godsend. This mod enables you to travel between the main city stables and mage guild halls for a small fee. So let's test it out. Alright, so here we are at the Imperial City Arcane University, okay? So let's enter the lobby. And here we have an obelisk with a crystal. And it says teleport, activate. Ni teleport? What is NI? I don't get that. Maybe this can be changed. And this brings up a menu where you can teleport to these cities. Awesome, isn't it? You can also teleport to Frostcrag Spire. That's pretty cool. So I like the look of the obelisk and the crystal. It really looks magey, perfect for the Mages Guild. Let's go to Skyrim Hall. Alright. Boom! We are here at Cyrodiil. Oh, this is awesome. So now here at Cyrodiil, there it is. The obelisk and the crystal. So every mage's guild has this teleporter. Now we go to Anvil. There you have it. Now Oblivion Mage's Guild will now feel like Morrowind. And Anvil, we have the obelisk and the crystal right here. We've arrived at Frostcrack Spire. Fantastic. The Frostcrack Spire location has teleporters to all the Mage's Guild, but you don't have the teleporter to come here, right? So now this mod enables you to do that. Let's use the teleporters here. The time is 8:14 AM. Let's head to Skingrad Mage's Guild. Alright, 8:14 AM, remember. And we are here at Skingrad. The time is 8:21 AM. So mage teleportation is instant. And of course you have the obelisk and the crystal here. Where next? Let's go to Leoven. Alright, and there it is. Such an awesome mod. So fantastic, everything works as advertised, and great job by the mod author. Now let's look at stable transportation. Alright, here we are at the Imperial City. So we are near the Chestnut Handy Stables. And if you approach the sign and click on it, you get the menu. You get the same travel menu, and this time the prices vary based on the distance. Let's go to Skingrad, and we are here at the stables. Fantastic. Wow. So we don't have a cart here and a driver, but that's fine, right? It's 10:14 AM and we have 12,249 gold. Now let's travel to Bruma. So 140 gold has to be deducted from our account, and we are here at Bruma. Brilliant. This mod is working beautifully. So the amount has been deducted and the time has also passed. So this is a fantastic mod. This is going to be extremely useful for my mage playthroughs. Thank you so much RuneVV for working on this one. For your first ever Elder Scrolls mod on Nexus, you have done a great job. Keep up the great work. So guys, do share your thoughts about this cool little mod by RuneVV. Do share some feedback as well. Endorse the mod. As a mage player, are you frustrated by how Oblivion locks away access to enchanting and spell making? How on earth does the Arcane University maintain such a stranglehold monopoly on spell making and especially enchanting? So where are all the enchanted items in Cyrodiil coming from? Not to mention that this makes enchanting very inaccessible and spell making completely inaccessible to any characters who aren't running the Mage's Guild questline. Fret not. Available Arcane Enchanters, a mod by Gwynfort1 for Classic Oblivion, has been cleaned up and patched for the remaster by Sasquatch678. So here we are at the Cyrodiil Mage's Guild. There's some chatter between two NPCs talking about Morrowind. So if you go to the top here, you find the altar of spell making. So let's make a sample spell. So burden 100 points, 10 feet, 10 seconds, done. If you look at our spell list, we should find our new custom spell. Burn Bomb, there you go. So it works beautifully. So if you go down here, you find the Altar of Enchanting. Let's enchant a sample ring with a common soul gem. Let's use a feather enchantment. And name it as Pocketed Jade Ring. Fallout 4 terminology. Enchant. Alright, so it works great. Fantastic. You have the Pocketed Jade Ring. Let's go to Bruma. From the lobby, let's enter the Alchemist's room. And there you have it. Altar of Spellmaking and Altar of Enchanting. Wonderful. More author also mentions this fact. Many new enchanting altars have been added across Cyrodiil. So each mage's guild has an enchanting altar. And magic shops too. For example, Mystic Emporium, Rinder's Staff, all have enchanting altar. Okay. And few private dwellings of mage characters also have them. And this is a key point. The altars and stores are free for use regardless of guild affiliation. So if you are not interested in joining the Mage's Guild, if you want to play as a thief or a warrior, then you can still do enchanting. You can visit these shops and create enchanted items. Fantastic mod. Thank you so much Sasquatch678 for porting this key mod into Remastered. So vanilla spell absorption in Skyrim is an inconsistent mechanic. It relies on dice roll, meaning you either fully absorb a spell, taking no damage and restoring magicka, or you get nothing. This makes it a literal hit or miss system. If you're lucky, you can take down mages in a breeze. If you're not, you will die unceremoniously. An overall very frustrating and inconsistent mechanic. So enter Spell Absorption Rework, a non-chance based system, a mod by Mad Abor Modding, an experienced Skyrim modder. Spell Absorption now acts as a resistance against spells. It does not fully negate them. The more spell absorption you have, the less damage you take. The resist is independent of the vanilla magic resist system and stacks with it. The damage cap for this resistance is 80%. You can disable magicka restoration for shock spells and entropic spells, which are used in Requiem. Let's look at this mod in action. Alright, we have some gifs here. So we have a 10% spell absorption chance. Magicka is regenerating slowly, but you're taking a lot of damage. As you can see, there's no 10% chance of you not getting any damage. You're always taking damage, right? Pretty cool. Let's look at the next gif. 80% spell absorb. Your magicka bar fills up instantly. Let's check once more. Look at that. And you're hardly taking any damage because most of the magicka is getting absorbed, right? So I like this non-chance based spell absorption system. The fact that the mod author has even added MCM for customization is fantastic. Great job, Mad Abor Modding. I look forward to testing these in my playthroughs. Next we have Biggie Traits and Biggie Traits Thumbnail Overhaul. These mods add a host of new traits inspired by Fallout New Vegas with the goal of creating new and fun playstyles. At the beginning of the game, you're given a proper Select Traits power. Activating it displays the menu where you can pick up 2 desired traits. If you install the add-on for Alternate Start, Live Another Life, the menu is displayed automatically after you leave the opening cell. So let's take a look at these traits, shall we? So you need to install 2 mods. You have this Biggie Traits mod, which adds all the traits along with basic images, right? And you have this Biggie Traits Thumbnail Overhaul mod, which adds colored images. So your choice. Let's go over these traits, shall we? All of them look very interesting to me. Alright. Bulwark. When walking or standing still, you gain 200 armor rating and reflect 10% physical damage. You drain 1 additional stamina per second while sprinting and 0.25 when running. So reflect physical damage was a magic effect in Oblivion and which was not present in Skyrim. The fact that this mod Biggie Traits is actually getting a magic effect is pretty cool. Wow, I didn't expect this. Doa Tinwak. You are fluent in dragon speech, as such can shout 10% more often at 20% reduced effectiveness. Ah, cool. Angler. Your bond with the sea grants unique benefits. Mud crabs and slaughterfish are friendly. What? Fishing yields valuable items and seafood effects are 50% stronger. Fishing rods deal double damage. What? Can be enchanted. That's crazy. However, non-seafood provides no benefits and you take 20% more shock damage. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. That's so cool. I love it. Adrenaline rush. You possess a natural flight response. When at less than 20%, you move 20% faster and regenerate 1 stamina per second. You also deal 30% less damage when below this threshold. Nice. Discipline. Shoot to kill. Bows and crossbows deal 20% more damage, however they reload slower, okay? Which is the opposite of this guy, right? Fast shot. You rather shoot fast than shoot hard. If you want to play like a character who sprays and prays, I guess this is a good trait to have. Bad nature. You are born into wickedness. Your attacks while being crouched deal 20% more. You're better at pickpocketing. However, attacks when standing up do 20% less. Wearing a divine amulet will hurt you. Yeah, you are wicked, so divines hate you. Awesome. Druid. Druids are attuned to nature, making Spriggans friendly and reducing the cost of druidic spells by up to 30%. You're more vulnerable to fire and axes, but then you can't play as a druid in vanilla Skyrim, so this looks like this is some mod thing. Elemental Conduit. Fire spells are more powerful in sunny weather. Ooh, but lose potency in rain. Shock spells are enhanced during rain, but less effective in snowy conditions. Frost spells excel in snowy weather, but weaken under sunny skies. Oh, this is so cool. So you need to look at the weather and then cast appropriate spells. That is amazing. Giantkin. Descended from the mighty giants, you gain 10% magic resistance and damage with blunt weapons. However, you cannot read skill books because you're dumb and you scroll the steps. That's so funny. Oh, I love it. You glutton. You love food but hate medicine. Food benefits are 25% stronger, but potions only have 50% the efficiency. Okay. Marathon runner. You regenerate 5 stamina per second while sprinting. However, when you not be able to gain any stamina when running or standing still. So if you want to get back any stamina, you got to keep sprinting. Hilarious. But I guess you can have some stews and, cabbage soup or stuff like that, which regens stamina that can aid you. Master of Destiny. You reject the influence of fate and star signs. So standing stones cannot be used, but you begin the game with 3 additional perk points and a permanent +5 boost to all skills. Nosferatu. You're an ugly sight and live in the sewers. -50 speech, no health, magicka, stamina regen outdoors. Eating skewer meat gives you 20% speed boost and restores the attributes for 180 seconds. This is crazy. So you need to find tons of skewer and have a lot of skewer meat in your inventory. What a crazy playthrough this would be. So -50 speech. I wonder what will happen if you're like negative speech. Can we listen to some special dialogue? That'll be amazing. Will people even love you in the cities if you have negative speech? You look ugly. Wow, what a playthrough. This will be fun. Soul recover. You claim countless souls for your gain. So weapon and armor enchantments are 10% stronger, 10% less charge. Armor rating and weapon damage is reduced by 10%. Okay. Swimmer. Okay, you're good at water, but you suffer on land. Okay. Addict. You've developed some bad habits. Skooma and alcohol benefits last 2x as long. You can craft skooma at cooking pots and sell them. Think about the money you can make. When not under the effects of alcohol or skooma, you have 25% chance to get staggered. Amazing. Oh, these are awesome. Look at this perk, this trait. This is something called homeowner. You're secured a place to call your own, choosing one of Skyrim's fine homes to settle in. However, comfort comes at a cost. Each week, you must make a mortgage payment based on the home's value. This specific trait also has a new UI. As you can see, you can select your homestead and then you have to pay 1,000 septims for 10 weeks. Mortgage system. That's so cool, man. Initially, I thought these traits would only have basic stat changes, but the mod authors have added new systems like mortgage payments for a home and have resurrected old mechanics like reflect physical damage. This is fantastic. The next step would be to have these traits appear in-game dialogue and possibly even affect quest progression. That would be cool. So do share your thoughts on this new trait system. What would stop you from installing this mod? If you have installed it, do share your experiences. Kudos to Shazday2 and Patman023 for working on this incredible mod. Alright, the Tamriel Rebuild team has released the latest expansion, version 25.05 Grasping Fortune. This expansion to mainland Morrowind centers on the Hlaalu capital of Narcissus. So this is the map of mainland Morrowind, right? So all of this area is explorable and has content right now. So this release, Grasping Fortune, will add this area, which also contains the city of Narcissus. The giant city of Narcissus is right here, the Shipal Shin region, a desert region here, and then you have a House Redoran area, but most of the area belongs to House Hlaalu. So Grasping Fortune contains 270 quests, 2500 unique NPCs, and then you have questlines from multiple factions. You have House Hlaalu questline, Redoran questline, a Tribunal Temple questline, Morak Tong, Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, Thieves Guild, East Empire Company, Imperial Cult, Imperial Legion, a brand new faction called the Janata Syndicate, and you have the Arena questline for the first time. This is insane amount of content in this release. Kudos to the entire Tamriel Rebuild team for achieving this milestone. The devs here have said that existing saves may not work, so my plans of asking Bella to move to Narcissus may not happen. We may have to build a new character. If you guys are able to use your existing saves, please share your experience in the comments below. I would love to know. Next we have a mod called Revamped Dark Brotherhood. This mod by Grumbling Vomit adds a joinable Dark Brotherhood faction in Vvardenfell. So currently you have 2 quests to kill vanilla NPCs, and if they are dead already, different targets are given. This is similar to the Mournhold Dark Brotherhood. The Vvardenfell Dark Brotherhood may send a single assassin after you if you have harmed their efforts. The mod author has future plans of adding 20 plus more quests with new voice lines. Thank you so much Grumbling Vomit for adding a faction in Vvardenfell. I look forward to more updates, and maybe once we have more quests, I'll add this mod as part of our Vvardenfell Quests and Adventure series on the channel. Alright guys, we have come to the end of the first episode of the Elder Scrolls modding news. Do share your comments and insights. If you have tested these mods, it will help others. Also please endorse these mods and support mod authors who give so much to the Elder Scrolls community. So thank you so much for watching, and may the divines watch over you.